What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing to you a quick review on the AceTech 5000. This is a Airsoft Chronograph, and this is probably one of the most affordable chronographs that you can get if you need a working chronograph but not an expensive chronograph. Probably the best one out there is the AceTech 6000. On Amazon, it's running for about $99 Canadian. This one was running at around $75. So I opted for the cheaper one because I'd say unless you're a tech and you're doing a lot of teching and test firing your gun, maybe you run a store or you run an airsoft field or something like that, there's really not a whole lot of reasons to get yourself a chronograph. As a beginner, especially, you don't need one as a beginner. But if you get a lot of new guns, or you're just testing your gun once in a while to check your FPS before you go out to a field, it's good to have one. Now, this takes 2 AA batteries, which are stored right around here. You can also power it via a USB port plug or charger. It doesn't come with one, but you probably should have one laying around the house, and you can plug that in into the wall so you can run it if you don't have batteries available, or if you want to save batteries. What is nice, that does come with a tripod mount, so you can easily mount this onto a little tripod for you to hold this up, so you don't have to hold it with one hand and shoot with the other, especially if you're using a long gun. That'd be way too difficult. You can see the sensors, the IR sensors are kind of in there. The power button is right here. We turn it on. You can adjust the settings. You have ammo, which is different weights of BBs. It has 0.2, 0.25, and 0.43. It's a pretty big jump. I'm surprised they didn't have like 0.3. So bear in mind, if you are teching with anything other than a 0.2 or 0.25, you might run into issues where you might not have the right BB weights if you're testing a certain BB weight for whatever reason. But if you're just using this for basic tests, you're always going to be using 0.2s anyways, so hopefully that's not a big deal for you. Now, you also have units. So that's, of course, rate of fire. You can have this in rounds per minute or rounds per second. You have feet per second or meters per second. Most common, obviously, is feet per second, so you'll want to stick with that. Automatic power off. You can adjust the timing for when it'll automatically shut off. Backlight, pretty straightforward stuff. Contrast, pretty straightforward stuff. And reset if you want to reset it back to the factory settings. Now, what's nice is that you'll have different versions of the screen that you want whenever you're shooting. You can either have it in big numbers, or you can have extra details. You can have the joules, the ammo, and feet per second, and the rounds per minute or rounds per second. After you've shot it about 5 times, you can actually check the list. You can actually check the history of how much each of your shots were. To reset it, you can just hold the up button for 3 to 5 seconds, I believe, and then it will reset, and then you can go back to your normal screen and do some more tests that way. Now, I do find that with most AEGs and even gas guns, you'll have no problems with shooting it and getting no errors or anything like that. The only exception I found was when I used my Tanaka Python revolver. Because it spews a lot of gas, it will mess with the sensors inside of the chronograph. So because the smoke will actually interfere with the sensors as the BB's shooting through, so I actually had to wait, I guess, shoot it 10 times. If I've just filled the revolver up with new gas, I would have to wait at least 10 shots before there wasn't as much gas coming out to interfere with the sensors, and then I would get proper readings with the chronographs. But if I didn't do that, I would get like 1,000 feet per second, 800, and all those crazy numbers. So bear in mind, for certain gas guns, if your gas blowback gun shoots a lot of gas out in the beginning, you'll probably have to wait until the gas subsides a little bit, and then you'll get accurate readings. But the manual says if you want to shoot, if you're having a gas gun that shoots a lot of gas, you'd have to be at least 10 centimeters, I believe. But I think that's just causing a lot of risk, and you might end up shooting the rim of the chronograph off by mistake. So there's just too much risk there. So that's that. Pretty straightforward product. I mean, it's not really an item that a lot of airsofters need. I would say mainly if you're doing review videos like myself, and you just every once in a while you need to casually check what your gun is shooting to maybe see if you need to change the spring, or if you got a new gun and you need to downgrade the spring or upgrade it, and or if you are a big tech guy, this is definitely something you should consider, but I would probably suggest something a little bit higher end. But that's that. This is a nice simple go-to chronograph to use for just about the everyday airsoft player, I would say. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any questions about this, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos. Till next time, peace out.